Why, hello there.
Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity.
What's poppin', Jimbos? So, listen, this video is just, I'm annoyed. I'm just genuinely annoyed, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just venting. I'm just talking. I'm just spewing nonsense. This is just good old fun, but low-key, kind of go die in a hole, Goon Squad. Not like physically, but like I hope you have some like emotional trouble in the next like 5 minutes, like you step on a Lego or something and you just, your whole life just goes into the toilet. Now let me be completely clear. I have been trying to play the Hashashin. I've been trying to mess around with him. I've been trying to just get a feel for the class, given the fact that, you know, we don't have Awakening, and apparently this is supposed to be an apology character because we're never gonna get the fucking Guardian. But hey, you know what? It is what it is, boys. I made some fat money off the Hashashin, so it is what it is. But there has been just pure and utter chaos these past couple days. Now, like a good homie that I am, I've been power leveling people out the wazoo, just left and right. I power leveled like quite a few of the guildies that I was in before I left. I power leveled just personal friends in general, and it's been overall just Hashashin power leveling. I swear to God, if I have to look at another fucking Hashashin, you're gonna die. If you're on the road and you see me and I kill you, I'm sorry. I hate the Hashashin. I'll go over that in a completely separate video. That's not the whole point of this. The point of this video is to talk about the simple fact that motherfuckers are crazy. Now, we were over at Trees, aka Miramach Ruins, power leveling my guildies as well as just personal friends, and we got griefed for like the millionth fucking time, and I'm just pissed. Not that it fucking matters in terms of like they were a huge problem or bothersome. I mean, this is just me complaining because I feel like the lack of etiquette as well as just overall 1v1ing for a spot or just things in general when it comes to, hey, I want this spot. I'll 1v1 you or I'll push you up, blah, blah, blah. There's just no... I hate the fact that people can just get away with dumb shit and it's a broken system in BDO where you can weaponize karma bombing. It's ridiculous. Like 1000% karma bombing is a broken system, and I understand why it's supposed to be there, and it's just absurd that high level players are abusing this because they cannot win a 1v1. Like, it's just genuinely a broken system and it needs to be looked at, and I have no idea why it hasn't been looked at, but it is what it is. So we were over at Trees, as I was saying, and we got griefed by this guild called Goon Squad. Just a bunch of fucking bots, really, and they fuck with the wrong people. All right, I roll with high rollers on a regular basis, so you know, anybody that rolls up, it's kind of just a wrap. The only way you're beating us is if you just are genuinely better or you have gear score. That's just what it is, which I'm pretty sure those like the two fucking options. So I don't know why I said it like that was like, there was more to that. Point being, these two were genuinely just the world's biggest bots on planet Earth, and we clapped them for a solid like 20 minutes. Like, they kept griefing us for 50 minutes. 50 fucking minutes. They came back, they wasted all my Hashashin buffs, they wasted everything. They genuinely wasted everything. And how you grief trees is you just go and you activate the tree, and then it fucks everything up because we have to wait for the tree to respawn, and then just bop it a boopy, we ain't got shit to do. We just stare at each other while we wait, and it's just stupid. I've gone over this a million fucking times, and look, I am not a fan of griefing. Have I griefed trees? Not me personally, but I do have friends that do it technically for me, so in a way, I am somewhat responsible. And the only reason that it happens is because there are people that just roll up and then they start trying to grind over us, and it's absurdly annoying, and the only way to get them out is to grief the trees and make sure that nobody can grind until somebody gives in. And the reason that this happens is because of the karma bombing factor. Nobody wants to flag up, nobody wants to fight, and it's absurd because there's nothing else you can do other than throw up a deck. And luckily, I was an officer and I was able to do such a thing. And this is the footage of what actually fucking went down during this deck.
And so it begins, boys.
There goes one. Surfer. Good luck, homie. And Delta 40, I see you right there, homie. Alright, well. Yikes. Oh, there he is on the road. And goodbye. Yo, bro, we didn't want to have to do you like that, but I just want to get the 60, dog, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Delta and Surfer, and there they go. And, well, Yep, okay, there goes that man, and okay, well, they had a good run.
Alright.
That was fucking,
The fuck?
he fucking teared, he teared.
Oh, he's coming back.
He fucking teared like a bot. Why are you tearing? Bro.
I like the tear into him running up, grabbing him. And
He did it again. Yo, that's fine. He's TPing out. He's up the road. He's running for his goddamn life. Look at that man go. Up there it is. I'm hiding in the tent like a true savage right now.
When they got the 28 kills, bro. Oh, he's running.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Moose's spirit, and I was in the tent, and now you're fucking dead. Now look, there's nothing to really brag about. We killed them multiple times. The deck ended. It was like 40-1, and the one kill was one of our Hashishins that we were power leveling that had legitimately 0 gear. So take that W as you will. But the reason I'm making this video is that BDO, as I've said a million times already, has a broken PvP system, and this is partially why I don't necessarily enjoy thoroughly PvPing, because there's not really a whole lot of etiquette to it. Yeah, there's open world. Yeah, you can be a red player, but realistically, what's the point of being a red player? There's not a whole lot of rewards in it, and there's not really a reason to be a red player other than just, I want to make the game 10 times harder for myself. And I'm not trying to like necessarily encourage red player behavior or anything like that, but I'm just merely saying that what is the point of it? Like, I don't get it. Like, you can't PvP open world even though the game is based open world, because people weaponize K-bombing and they ruin your experience because you can't fight them anymore. Like, it's absurd that you have a PvP game where you are punished for PvPing. I don't get it. And the worst part about this situation is I don't even have a fucking solution to it. Like, I just don't. I have zero idea how to fix this other than just completely removing the karma factor. But if you do that, then what happens is you're never gonna grind anywhere. The game is very toxic, especially when it comes to GVGs and stuff like that, where there's just bad blood between guilds and whatnot, and nobody would grind anywhere. Like, when I was in my previous guild, we had a couple like bad blood decks and stuff like that that just kind of broke out, and if they had the opportunity, they would grief our tree groups, any kind of group, every 5 seconds, and we would never grind anything. So it's just a very, very confusing factor as to what to do about this, because I can't grind trees effectively at the moment, guildless or with a guild, because people just don't give a fuck. They'll K-bomb or they'll just grind over you till you leave or just whatever. There's like, I don't know what there's not enough content in the game to where you can spread things out in a certain manner where there's availability in certain spots, or even enough servers for that matter. You go on PC and they got all these servers that don't really say popular or anything like that, and then you go on Xbox or any console and you're like, everything from the top to bottom populated. So what do you do? What do you fucking do? You can't do jack shit. And this has genuinely stifled my grind and gain, just because I can't do much of anything. When I want a PvP, I'm punished for it. When I don't want a PvP, I'm still punished for it. It's obscene and absurd. And it's just, frustrating, you know what I mean? Like, this video has just been pure frustration, because I'm trying to get content for you guys to try and figure out, like, hey, Hashishin, worth or not, you know what I'm saying? I want to get his abilities, I want to get his skills, I want to see what his awakening is, so on and so on. And I'm sitting here having to deal with a bunch of goons, literally and figuratively, that are just like being weird and want to grief trees for legitimately zero reason other than they're bored. And as I mentioned already, there's not enough content to produce like any kind of progressive leveling or anything like that. We're still missing a bunch of areas in order to quest properly from 56 to 60, not to mention there's not any kind of other areas in the game that provides nearly enough XP to go from 60 to 62 effectively. We don't have Stars End, we don't have legitimately anything. Trees is by far the best place for XP and probably money, unless you count like history and stuff, but that's like solo shit, so that's, no, I can't even go there, so it doesn't even matter. But even then, in history and Ackman, I've got a couple friends that literally go there on a regular, and it's a fucking war zone down there. So I don't even understand anymore what the fuck is happening. This game has just gone so far in the toilet that it's just become a serious problem. And to add insult to injury, it just feels bad whenever you're clearly like better than a player and there's not much you can do about it because they've already made their gains and you're trying to make gains, but you can't because they're griefing you. You have no idea how many fucking times I've come across players that are above my gear score and I can destroy them. Like, I like just 1000% if I had the AP or even just the little bit of survivability to keep doing what I'm doing. It's over. It's a wrap. You can't do anything about it. There's a few players that are genuinely bots, but their gear score carried, and it's crazy. There's nothing more frustrating than catching an opponent doing a lot of dumb shit. Like, let's say, for example, I land a Moose's Spirit, right? That's instant death. That's genuinely death. If I catch you with a Moose's Spirit and I get you on the ground, you are 100% dead. If I have the AP and you don't have the DP or evasion to survive it, you are going to die. However, with me being capped out at like 236, that leaves me with a little bit of room to work with in terms of anybody that's probably in the upwards area of like the 310 DP brackets. Not to mention if they have a little bit of evasion, I can still one-shot them. But the issue is if they have a lot of evasion and higher DPs and stuff like that, I can't do anything, and that's frustrating. So at the moment, I feel like I'm being backed in a corner to where I need the life skill in order to make any kind of gains. I've recently made roughly around 4 billion just off of like random shit that I'm going to talk about in a later video, but I don't know, it just feels frustrating that I want to go out and just grind shit in PvP and not be punished for it. Like, I have no problem PvP. Like, keep in mind, I do not have an issue with PvP or open world PvP. My problem is that I'm being punished for trying to play the game how it's meant to be played. So honestly, I don't really know where this video is going. I just wanted to vent and just kind of just get my frustrations out there. It's been just a little fucking jumbled up garbage, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, probably not, but yeah, bye-bye.